What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a nice little YGO Pro replay for you guys. Tag duel action going on here. This was from Saturday's live stream, and this duel, just like the amount of ridiculously powerful boss monsters that got summoned in this match was crazy, and half of them didn't survive, but it was like, it felt like we were just trying to one-up each other or something like that. Like these boss monsters were just hitting the field and doing some crazy stuff and then dying, and I was like, how the hell are we going to answer this? And it was a crazy duel. So me and my teammate are both playing ritual decks, and I know you guys look at my hand and you're like, how are you playing a ritual deck when you got half, almost your entire hand is fusion based? You got shadows and brilliant fusion and shadow fusion. Believe me, it's actually a ritual deck. Just you'll see the ritual part of it. So I'm going first. I didn't pick first, but I just set the warning. I didn't want a brilliant fusion, not knowing what I'm playing against. So I get blind MST'd. Looks like one of our opponents is playing kaijus. Now, my tag partner opens up with the Dp-Ygo. He then searches out the Chaos Max Dragon with Maju, and then I think he trades in the Chaos Max Dragon. By the way, Dp-Ygo is such a stupid card. That card's going to 1 eventually. I don't think it'll get banned. It'll go to 1 now. He trades in his Chaos Max, then he trades in a Blue Eyes, and then he just battles. Now, during the end phase, he's going to activate his White Stone. He goes for the White Spirit Dragon, but it falls in the bottomless. He tried to obviously banish the back row. So we got an upstart on this side. We're playing against not just kaijus, but then trains. And our opponents, one of them, he went for the super, what's it called? The super rail cannon. This card, if you guys don't know what it is, essentially it's like a better version of Felgrand. It has better stats and 4,000 defense. At first I was wondering, I was like, why would he summon it in defense mode? He could have just ran over the Maju, but I'm pretty sure that he saw the Chaos Max Dragon and he thought, oh crap, I don't want this thing to get ran over by a Chaos Max Dragon. So I'll put it in defense mode, and then Chaos Max can't run it over. So that's the reason behind it. He passed up a lot of battle damage. If he has Duracrane under here, which he does, he gets to blow up a monster on the field. I think it's actually a card on the field. I don't think it's a monster. So you see I top decked the pre-preparation of rights, which was really good because now I activate Brilliant Fusion. I get my Trick Clown and my Seraphonite. Now here's the thing. I don't even understand why I did this. I banished his White Stone and I added Blue Eyes to my hand. I was thinking about tributing the Blue Eyes, but then I was like, I don't think I actually want to do that. So I end up going for Shadow Fusion, and I went for Shikanaga. Now Shikanaga basically makes it so I can get pretty much around the the rail cannon, because when rail cannon tries to negate, I'm just gonna negate its negates. And then I think I end up going for an XC. No, that's right. I played Beast and I top decked one of my search cards. I top decked one of my search cards, so I'm able to normal summon it and add Pot of Taboos to my hand. Now I've got the exact 9 stars that I need to summon my Prediction Princess, and I'm like, this card's pretty damn amazing. I go into Castel, which I think I should have probably went into like Utopia the Lightning, but I'm not even sure if I play Utopia the Lightning in this build of my prediction, because you don't rank 4 that often in this deck. Like I mean, if you're gonna go into your extra deck, you basically like fuse a lot. So I finally do summon my Prediction Princess. I use Pot of Taboos. Ignore the fact that I flipped my Trick Clown face down. That was an accident, obviously. And then I put Pot of Taboos on the field during the end phase. Now here's the part that just made me so like, it almost put me on tilt. I literally went from no cards to I put 5 monsters on board. That's one of the reasons I like Prediction Princesses, is that you can do this with pretty much just like a Brilliant Fusion and like a couple of cards. You can go to 5 monsters very easily. And then he plays Interrupted Slumber, and I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? So basically we lose everything. Now the crazy thing is, defaultly YGO Pro plays under OCG rules, so I actually chained my Prediction Princess and flipped Pot of Taboos, and I was expecting not to even get the effect, but apparently in the OCG you will get the effect. So you see Pot of Taboos lets me draw 2 cards here. Trick Clown was going to come back regardless. But I end up drawing 2 cards. Don't ask why Penguin Soldier is in the deck. It's just something I'm experimenting with. So he gets the really big kaiju, and then he plays Kaiser Coliseum like a total dick. Now here's what I don't get. My tag partner takes the Trick Clown and rams it in to the kaiju so that we can play Blue Eyes, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'm like, all it's gonna do is just get ran over anyways. I'm like, at least with the Trick Clown, if it dies, we get the, summon it back for 1,000 life points. Now he did get a, what's it called? He got a Gospel of Revival in the graveyard, but like I feel like we have multiple Gospels in the graveyard anyway. So like I don't really see how getting rid of our Trick Clown. No, I guess we only have one. Is there two Gospels? I don't see how giving up the Trick Clown was better, or was like, better than having the Blue Eyes on the field, or I don't see how Blue Eyes on the field is better than Trick Clown. So this guy goes YOLO. And even though they're under Kaiser Coliseum, he's like, no, I think we're just going to keep on summoning. He summons Sky Palace Gangaridai? I've seen this card, I think, once or twice. It's a rank 10, so a lot of these Xyzs are pretty much only, like, you can only summon them in, like, trains, unless you're running another deck that also has, like, level 10s. This card's pretty good because it can target a card on the field, it blows it up, and then you do 1,000 damage, so it's like, it's pretty legitimate. So they end up hitting our Silver Scry. Not sure why that wasn't chained, but it wasn't me playing. It wasn't my turn. So I go for, what's it called? I go for Winda. I just really wanted to get rid of the Kaiser Coliseum, and then I put Falco on the board. Now at this point, I want a special summon, but I can't because I have Winda on the board. So I actually tribute my Winda. I tribute my Winda for the Blue Eyes. So it's actually it's a good thing that I had the Blue Eyes like on the field. And then I summon my Prediction Princess. And I think what I'm going to do here is I want to put this card face down so that we can run it over. And I'm probably going to try and, like, I haven't really figured out exactly how I'm going to get rid of this guy because it's 3,000 defense, so we can't really get over it. But I did remember that I can get a flip effect back during the end phase, so I get my Pot of Taboos, and then as soon as he draws, I immediately flip over Pot of Taboos, and I'm like, I want that Regeki effect. Now, here's the crazy thing. He has another out. I'm like, dude, seriously? How many times do I have to blow up your board for you to just, like, lose all... I mean, for you to just, lose all hope and just quit? They end up giving us a Kaiju so that they can summon a Kaiju, and lo and behold, their Kaiju is way bigger. It's the Thunder King one, the one that's, like, 3,300, which I don't have anything in my deck that can beat over it. My attack partner plays Chaos Match Dragon, so they just run it over, and obviously you look at his hand, and you're like, okay, he's definitely going to summon Chaos Match Dragon, and that's what he does. The thing about tag duels is you get like 1 billion life points, so even with Chaos Max, we still can't actually kill them, and we got Felgrand on top, so you're like, okay, pretty much, what can they do to answer? Watch this play. He hits the Soul Charge 2 monsters back, has triple, what is that? Let me see what's under this thing. Triple Duracrane to summon this right here. I have never ever in my entire life seen this. This is Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. It requires 3 level 10 monsters, and it's 5,000 fucking attack, and we left them with 100 life points, so obviously math was not our strongest suit, but we get, like, I was like, how the heck? How is this, what's it called? Now, this thing can actually, it pretty much has like a Feather Duster effect, and your opponent cannot chain spells and traps to negate the Feather Duster, so you can't even use like Solemn Strike to negate it. But, of course, we do have Felgrand on the field, so Felgrand, it doesn't say anything about monster effects, and that's what happens. We end up, obviously... using the Felgrand to chain. Now, he detached Duracrane. I don't understand why he didn't pop the Felgrand. I guess he felt like he didn't need to because, again, this thing is 5,000 attack. Now it's my turn, and I go for Shadow Fusion. I forget exactly what I'm doing at this point. Oh, no. Here's what happened. He accidentally set a monster because he forgot about Chaos Max effect, and I was like, oh, okay. So at this point, I was just trying to style. I was trying to get some style points, so I went for Daigusto Emerald. I put the Shikanaga back in my deck or back in my extra deck so I could summon it again, and the people on stream were like, oh my goodness, Cap, stop trying to style and just kill him. I was like, all right, fine, I'll just try. I was trying to summon this, but I didn't want to give up one of my my monsters, so I was hoping that I would draw like another Pot of Taboos or something like that off the Gusto Emerald, but we didn't get it. But either way, this was still a pretty interesting. If this card could have actually been a little bit of a problem. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have, if we didn't have the monster in defense mode. What I think I would have done was I probably would have summoned this, and I would have given up my Shikanaga, and I would have given up like Chaos Smash Dragon, and I would have put it in face down defense, and then I would have ran it over, and we would have had game that way. So just an interesting duel where you see a giant toy robot that gets summoned that I don't think I've ever seen summoned. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always.